Greg Todd. I'm the member of the Parcel Food Co-op Safe Food Labeling Committee. And we have been studying the presence or absence of GMOs in the co-op for over a dozen years now. And things have been rapidly changing in the recent past few months. There's a lot of things happening and some good information out there. But the focus of today's event is going to be basically a panel discussion with two experts on the topic. On your right is Michael Potter, who's the CEO and founder of Eden Foods, which is about a $40 million company that purveys mostly beans, Eden soy, milk, and there's a whole list of products on the back table. On the far left from the table is Dr. Michael Hanson of the Consumer Union and a very widely respected scientist on this topic. He's watching in this great documentary called The World According to Monsanto. He's interviewed there, he's been quoted in the New York Times, he's just done from the NOFA conference in upstate New York. So he is really, he spoke at the Food Co-op at least a dozen years ago, I think, on this topic. So he's very up on the scientific stuff. And if you're talking about GMOs, you need someone who understands the science. Because it's very, very weird, I have to say. And of course, many of you know in the middle of this moderating the event is Nancy Romer, who spearheaded this Brooklyn Food Conference we had last summer with 3,500 some attendees, and it was just an incredible event for those of you who were there. And so she's going to basically be asking questions of the two panelists. And I'm going to be handing out with some of the members of our committee index cards during the event. And if you have questions that come to you during the event, I would encourage you to write them down on the cards. And then we'll be feeding them to Nancy at the end of the event. And then she will be feeding them to our panelists, okay? But before we start, two brief things. Judy O'Brien from the Social Action Committee. By the way, we're being sponsored by the Social Action Committee, Park Slope Methodist Church, the SOS Food Group, which is the East Village 6th Street Community Center, as well as the Brooklyn Food Conference and the Park Slope Food Co-op. Okay, but without further delay, here is Judy.